Saturday, December 14th, The King, live as one of the best holiday performances you will ever see. It's funny, entertaining, inspiring, and an all-around good time for the entire family. Writer, director, producer Danielle Gulley captivates her audience with a phenomenal production, led by an all-star cast. Local favorite and headliner Grace Williamson, fan favorite Deancy Wyatt as Grinch, starring gospel legend Dorinda Clark Cole of the Clark Sisters, Q Parker from the hit R&B group 112 as Scrooge, and guest starring Carl Anthony Payne from the Martin Lawrence Show as Santa Claus. You don't want to miss The King. Saturday, December 14th, one day, two performances at the Summit Church in San Antonio, Texas. Get your tickets today at DanielleGulley.com. Sponsored by B Properties, Now Word Covenant Church, Resurrection Baptist Church, New Creation Christian Fellowship, Sound Design, Love Soul Marketing, Anise Aesthetics, Med Spa. Get your tickets today at DanielleGulley.com.
Hey, y'all better get y'all's tickets. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're viewing from. This is Laura Thompson, your friendly, fabulous, feisty, fierce, and phenomenal CEO and creator of TNTV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach, and you're tuned into the coffee break. Man, and guess who I have in the studio? I was a little nervous, when they came in, because I got these big time celebrities in the studio with us, and then we have one that is, he's in Atlanta. In Atlanta, Beyonce, in Atlanta. We're going to introduce all of them in a few minutes, but before we do our interview, I want to hear from them. So Danielle, she's gifted, talented. She's a producer. She's a writer. She's all of that. She's a director. She does it all. I don't know how she handles it all, but she does. I had an opportunity to meet her several years ago, and she promised me that she would work with TNTV, and she stuck to her word, and so she's in the studio right now today. And I must admit again, I'm a little nervous to have these big time celebrities hanging out with me today on the coffee break. But before we get started with the interview, could you tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, why you do it, and all that good stuff?
Oh, wow. That intro was phenomenal, and probably more than I am at this moment. I'm just grateful. Again, my name is Danielle Gulley. I am the writer, director, and producer of The King. I am a Christ follower. Is my first. It's primary in my life as far as my faith. Which drives everything that I do, from writing, directing, producing, singing, and just consulting with different ministries and organizations throughout this city and abroad. I've had an opportunity to work in the entertainment business for a long time, and as the CEO of Perpetual Innovations Entertainment, it's been a sheer joy to work with people like Grace and Beyonce and Carl Anthony Payne, David and Tamla Band, just to name a few. But I've worked with a lot of people in the industry, and just very grateful for the opportunity to work with such great caliber of individuals and people that are like-minded when it comes to their gift, their skill set, professionalism, and their faith. So I'm excited to be here with you. I thank you for offering us this opportunity to come and promote the show that we're going to have here in San Antonio, backed by popular demand. The last time we came, people have been very upset that we didn't bring the show back the last 2 years. So we're happy to be back, and it is bigger and better. And this cast is absolutely phenomenal, so I can't wait for people to see it.
Wow. Well, we had an opportunity the first time we brought him to get Tamla Man and on to Fox and WOAI to talk about the show.
Right.
So we're super excited to be involved with it again. We have another phenomenal guest sitting on the sofa with us on the coffee break, Miss Grace. And if you could tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and why you do it, and all those good things.
Yes, my name is Grace Victoria Williamson, and I will be playing Nikki in the play. I am a producer, singer, songwriter. Children are my passion. I'm also the owner of GVW Enterprises, LLC, where we are striving to serve intentionally with our hands, our heart, and our head. So that deals with singing, producing, program development, as well as Christian education content for children. I've been in San Antonio since 2010, but I'm a Houston native, and ultimately like Danielle said, I love Jesus. I follow Jesus. I serve Jesus. And anytime I'm able to be connected to something that is more than myself, I'm locked in. And that's exactly what the King does for me. So I'm excited.
So this is phenomenal. See, I told y'all I was a little nervous with the caliber of people that are involved in this production. So last but not least, we have another gentleman, not in the studio with us, but he dropped in to tell us a little bit about who he is, what he does, and why he does it. He's got a surprise. He is involved and works with a very, very famous name, and I'm sure he'll tell you a little bit about it. How you doing, Beyonce?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Excuse me, you see, I'm at work right now. We're filming two projects right now. But again, my name is Beyonce Wyatt. First, I'm a man of God, first and foremost. And after, with the gifts that I was blessed with, I'm first an actor, a writer, TV and film producer. Um, from the acting world, projects that most would know is a movie called Freedom Riders, which starred two-time Oscar winner Hilary Swank, Patrick Dempsey, Imelda Staunton, Mario. This goes on and on. And then on to now, moving behind the scenes and still doing my acting thing here and there. I work at Tyler Perry Studios. I'm going on 10 years of working here. It's been an amazing journey working for another man of God. And so my journey in this industry has been great. I have been in this industry for 28 and a half years, believe it or not, but started very young and decided to switch gears. But just a little backstory, me and Danielle go back to our acting days and her acting days. We were on tour together a couple times some years ago. I won't date us too much.
I know, right?
But we go back so far, and that Danielle has always shown in her craft is something that I've been drawn to from day one when I met her. So when she came to me some years ago about The King, I was like, absolutely. It's yours. You did this. Oh yeah, count me in. I didn't even need to read a script. I didn't need to see anything. I just said, what you need, I got you. And then in getting the script, I thought, wow, I had seen her so much as a singer, so much as an actress, but then her directing, her producing, her writing has been. So it's been a pleasure and a blessing to be a part of this journey the last few years. And working on The King is one of my favorite shows I've done in my time. I've done a lot of theater. I've done, honestly, 30 plus shows of theater in my lifetime. This is definitely in my top tier shows. And so it was a joy to have that call come back and say, hey, Beyonce, we coming again. And I said, all right, I'm gonna work it out. We're filming. We got a crazy schedule, but I'll do anything for Danielle. She knows that. And so it's a pleasure and honor to be here.
Wow, so we're super excited. Could you tell Tiger to, peek his head in for a few
Hey,
seconds? Say hello.
I absolutely will try. He's preparing to shoot a movie, so he's a little bit busy right now, but I'll definitely try.
I just thought I'd ask you. Don't get you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So again, I'm just super excited about this play. So Danielle, can you give us some little tidbits about what we can expect? Why you did the play, why you wrote this, and all of that good stuff.
Well, I'll answer the last first. Why I wrote the play. Everything that I'm a part of or anything that I write is really inspired. I will have a concept, and then once that concept is there, I'll sit down at my keyboard, and these characters really begin to talk to me. And I know that sounds really crazy, but many times I don't have the complete journey. I'm writing, and the characters we breathe life into them, and they have a personality of their own. So once I finished writing The King, I was just like, wow. And then it's another wow when people like Grace and Beyonce really develop and breathe life into the characters themselves, because it takes on a whole different dynamic. The King is a production. It's about a young lady that is lost. She's lost in her life. She doesn't know who she is and where she belongs in this world. And Grace probably could speak more to her than I can, because I really require the actresses and actors to develop the story, develop a backstory of who this character is, so that they can bring them to life. And then as she is searching, she gets swept up into her soul. And inside of her soul, she encounters these different individuals. I don't want to tell you too much about the show, but are really a part of who she is. And they take this journey with her, but the ultimate goal is to find the king. And when she finds the king, she really finds the answers to a lot of her questions, and she finds a foundation of where she needs to grow. Throughout this entire journey, it is biblically based, but I'm not the type of writer, nor am I the type of Christian that throws stuff in your face. I believe in being the light and being the salt and allowing people to be able to see that. So even if you're not a believer, you can come to this show and get great nuggets and great life lessons in this production. And if you are a believer, you will probably pick up every single biblical scripture that's in it. But it's highly entertaining, and that's done on purpose to captivate and capture the audience. But the message is so much bigger than just entertaining. It is really there to inspire the people to see Christ in their life and to be able to have an answer for this journey that we're on every single day.
Wow. And so before we continue with this conversation, you tuned into the Coffee Break on TNTV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach, and we'll be right back to learn more about the king.
Up in San Antonio, the hideout up in here, and it's winter time. It'll be all right though. What's up, man? How y'all doing? You want to drive it today? Yo, hey, this one of them electric cars?
That's one of them, man.
Yo, what's up? This bruh man from the fifth floor, and look at here. I'm searching for the perfect sandwich. So I want y'all to register at www.theafricanamericannetwork.com to join my sandwich community. It's gonna be all that. And look at here. Want y'all to invite me to your city if you think you got the perfect sandwich. And I ain't talking about no served sandwiches either. Peace.
So yes, that is the Reginald Ballard, aka Drawman. He is searching for the perfect sandwich, and TNTV is right in the midst of it. Y'all be on the lookout for it. He'll be coming back to San Antonio soon, so we'll see what's going to happen with that. So you're tuned back into the Coffee Break on TNTV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach, and we're talking about the king. And to me, in my mind, it's like a Broadway play. It's coming to San Antonio on December 14th at the Summit Church, and we have a phenomenal cast and a great director, producer, and writer of the king. And so we wanted to continue to chat more about what's happening with this play.
Absolutely. So with Beyonce coming back and Grace coming back, I will turn the floor over to Beyonce. You've been in this show before. You're coming back. What are you expecting new out of your character this year? Because you are a fan favorite. You're the fan favorite. Everybody, I don't care who is in the show. They said, "Is the guy playing the Grinch? Is he coming back?" And I was like, "Absolutely." So, what can the audience expect from the Grinch this year?
Well, thank you for that, for sure. And it's great to always be back and come back. That's a great question. That's some of the things that I have asked myself as I knew once you called and said, "Hey, we're coming back." My thing is always to try to give a fresh feel, a fresh energy, to it, and not give the same, performance. So I've been trying to, in my study, figure out ways and some nuances and some things I can bring a fresh feel to him now this upcoming season of this show. But what people can expect is a lot of fun, a lot of charisma. There's going to be, not only in the writing is there some comedy in there, but it's going to be the physical comedy, which I love to bring to the stage. That's one of my, I'll call it one of my it factors that showcases a skill set that I love and adore from some of my favorite artists and creators and actors before me. So it's fun to find more of that. I think we had a great time the last few times that we've done it, and it's been great for me as well to just do it and have that fun on stage. But for it to be electric. Look for it to be absolutely fun. This show is nothing but a good time when you meet these characters that come from different walks of life but have their similar issues, for lack of better words. We all are on a specific journey, and we use, grace being inside of her soul to kind of find our place, find our things that we get used to doing and being, whether it's normal or our particular normalcy. It is through this journey of this story that we all discover our differences and our similarities. And I think that bodes very well to the audience because it reflects life. The stage a lot of times is an imitation of life, which is what I fell in love with the script. It was like, oh wow, like, it makes you think about things in your life and maybe your approach to somebody or a family member or a friend or a coworker. So in this role with the Grinch, everybody already knows what kind of fun we're gonna have. But there's a story behind the story, and just like Grace is trying to find her lane, the Grinch is the same, and so he just has his ways and his antics and try to get what he wants every time. So you'll be in store for a great, fun, loving show, and nothing but laughs. Could be a few cries, but ultimately a good time.
Wow, that's awesome. So the Grinch is a little mean.
Actually, not in this show. He's not really mean. He is. How would you describe the Grinch? He's not mean. He's very matter
Yeah,
of
the
fact.
Grinch. Yeah, no, yeah. The Grinch is not mean. He's one of in this particular way how I portrayed him. I mean, oh, I hate everybody in the world. Like, it's not in that space. For the Grinch, it's like he knows what he knows, and he knows nothing different. So he challenges people's minds. He challenges you on your thoughts. He challenges you on the things that you think you believe. And he's kind of a straight shooter, and he's unapologetic about it. So it's not necessarily mean, but he's him, whether you like it or not. And in that, again, he discovers his why though. Everybody has a backstory. Everybody in life has a backstory in their experience, and I think that's what shapes his mindset. It shapes how he approaches people. I think the Grinch has a problem trusting people, and so because he has that wall up, uh, that's why his angle is always kind of either slick or sly. You're not sure where he's coming from, but it's because he doesn't trust. He doesn't trust people, so he tries to find some of their weaknesses. He tries to find things that they think that they know, and he challenges it. And not everybody likes a challenge, so I wouldn't call him mean. But he is someone that will challenge you, even though he's flawed and he thinks he's great and amazing. But he gets caught on a few of his flaws as well. It kind of shocks him because ain't nobody ever called him out on his stuff.
So I can't wait. I can't wait to see the Grinch. I can't wait to see it.
He is amazing. He plays him very well. Him and her character's name is Nikki, and they're really throughout almost the entire show, those two. And just their chemistry on stage, in rehearsal. As soon as he came the last time, I mean, it was instant. The chemistry was instant. So, what can we expect from Nikki?
Yes, your girl Nikki. What can I say? She is full of so many things, but because of life, she has chosen to make her bed in her brokenness. And because she's in her brokenness, you're not able to see the childlike elements of her heart, of who she is. You know, growing up, humans experience life all kinds of different ways, and it separates us from that childlike hope, that childlike faith, that childlike expectation that makes you say, oh my gosh, life is so worth living, and it's worth living to the fullest, okay? And so Nikki is struggling in her brokenness, and she's on a journey to find herself within herself. And in order to find herself, she has to have community. And so while she's on her journey, she is introduced to a community of people who she's able to open her heart to and also receive their heart for her as they build relationship. And ultimately, she's on that journey to restore and find the answer to mending that brokenness in her life. And ultimately, you find out that there's one answer to that brokenness. And so I'm excited for how Nikki will be developed this year and how we will be able to experience her in a new light. So yeah, that character development is going to be a lot more intimate, especially in terms of where I am in life. And hopefully we'll be able to draw hearts into this play with what Nikki is and who she is and what she's going to be doing in this journey.
Well, I can feel the Nikki and the Grinch characters as we speak. And I'm super excited, can't wait to see it. So how can people see it? When is it going to be held? Where can they get tickets? All of those good things.
Well, this year we will be at the Summit Church. It is a phenomenal facility. The seating is about 2,400. The last time we did this show, we had over 3,500 people. At the end of COVID, we only had one show. This year we have two. So get your tickets right now. Get them today. Don't wait. We're known for that in San Antonio. Get your tickets now. This is a family-friendly production. If you want to come with your girlfriend, you can. You'll have a great time. If you want to come with the fellas, you'll have a great time. If you want to bring the family, you'll have a great time. You can get your tickets on my website at www.daniellegulley.com. The show is December 14th. We have two amazing performances on the same day. One is at 3 p.m. The next one is at 7:30 p.m. And I'm excited about it. I really am. I'm excited about this cast. And, you know, we have these wonderful people here with us today. And then some of the other people that we have a part of the cast is Dorinda Clark Cole from the legendary gospel group, the Clark Sisters. We also have Q Parker from the hit R&B group 112. He actually has a new single out right now. And then, of course, we have the Carl Anthony Payne from the Martin Lawrence Show and the Cosbys. And I don't know what to expect between him and Beyonce. I really don't. I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm just anticipating that it's going to be a whole lot of laughs, a lot of fun. We work very hard, though. We do. We work really hard. So we're starting, our first rehearsal will be this weekend, and we go all the way up until December, until our main headliners come in. But yes, get your tickets on my website, www.daniellegully.com. Don't wait. Get your youth group, your singles group, your young adult group, all of them. Get everybody. You get your tickets. Get them now, and let's come out and support. Not just support because I'm an African American woman, but support because in the faith-based industry, in entertainment, we lack content, we lack the support when it comes to being a major force in our community, being a voice, giving balance. We have a lot that's on the opposite side, but where is the balance for those of us that want to give our kids something wholesome, and we as adults have something that's morally good and correct? And so I would say this, as we are venturing, whoever that may be, that's putting out quality content, let's support those individuals that are really trying to bring a balance and bring something that's going to be of quality to our communities. That is a major, major thing, and that's where my focus is. So again, www.daniellegully.com, and the show is December 14th.
And it's two shows, one at 3 and one at 7.
7:30.
7:30. So you can get there at 7, you know, so you can make sure that
Definitely want to get there.
get set up. And so again, this is going to be a great production. And this has been a great conversation. But before we go, so Beyonce, tell us a little bit about why you're involved in this play and what it means to you.
Yeah, like I said, I got involved in this play off the love and the strength that I have for my sister Danielle. Been on a road with her early on in my career. Our connection, our chemistry, even then on stage, we played best friends in the show we were doing, and so we got a chance to really get to know each other, not only on a creative level, but on a personal level. And like I said, the fact that it was her calling years later, I mean, we went our years with just being busy in life, doing what it does. But the fact that she thought about me for this role in her time of writing The King, first I felt honored that she even thought of me. And then when she told me about it, I was like, oh yeah, count me in. Like I said, that was before I even read the script. But then getting the script and actually reading through it, I was like, oh, absolutely. Hands down, like count me in, what I need to do. Uh, that was my reason. The story itself, I mean, even though these stories come through these particular characters, I felt like it was an imitation of life. And I felt like it was such a strong story that I just had to be a part of. I mean, not only did I love the story and the theme of it in my life, where I am at in my career, both on the screen, behind the scenes, I know I would not be here without the King. I know that God has ordered my steps. I know that even when I thought doors were closing and the acting got slow, I learned that that was intentional. I learned that there was more for me on the other side, which then I started to go back to school and started focusing on producing and directing and all of that. But I learned really fast because God is going to show you whether you're ready for him to or not. He's going to show you what he has for you if you truly believe. And my faith has always rested in his hands. And with that, he's ordered my steps. I'm originally from Los Angeles, grew up in the Hollywood world, and I decided to go to school in Atlanta, Georgia at Clark Atlanta University. And that's where my education matriculated. And then literally the day after graduation, I started working at Tyler Perry Studios, a place I didn't even apply. But that's how God moves. I was going to work at another production company and then got a call from here. And I think so many things have been shown to me that, oh, wow, this was God. This was his doing. And then followed up a couple years later, then Danielle calls me back and said, hey, how you doing? I got something. I got something for you. And I said, well, what you got? And so here we are. But my sole reasoning, I mean, I think it starts with the person. It starts with who she is, of why I even decided to fight the battles of my busy schedule and filming and all that. But because it's Danielle is the reason why I said I'll always make it work and figure it out on my end so that I can be there to support my sister in her journey. And it's such a great thing for me to be a part of her journey. I think this is only the beginning for her career. I think to be a part of that beginning journey, which is not really the beginning, it's a shift to go to a higher level, and to be a part of that is an absolute joy for me. And like I said, her energy, her spirit has always been in the right place. She's always been genuine. She's always been who she is, and because of that is why she is and will continue to be a part of it as long as she'll have me.
That's awesome. See, relationships matter, right? Whether it's a relationship with a person or a relationship with God, it matters. It matters.
Absolutely.
And so, Grace, tell us why you're involved in it.
I am involved in this play, this production, because of Danny. Like I've said before, I am intentional about only connecting with things that are bigger than myself, that have purpose. I live my life by 3 words: purity, excellence, and joy. And when I tell you that Danielle has allowed me to thrive in partnering with her, because she doesn't compromise any of those. And so my heart for this character, her trust in me to make Nikki come alive is a privilege, and it's an honor. and I'm grateful for her trust and her confidence in me to really deliver and make this character that she created come to life.
Wow.
Yes.
And so I've been knowing Danny for a long time, off and on. Every time she does a production, I get really, really excited about it. When y'all talked about it, when we spoke about it just a few weeks ago, Danielle's pretty tough. But I
That's
can
right.
see the tears,
We love them here.
right? I can see the tears well up in her eyes, based on some of the things that you all spoke about on behalf of her. And so, before we finish this conversation, before we close out, if you have any closing remarks.
Yeah, I'm just grateful, honestly. I'm so grateful to be able, for God to use me in this space. He didn't have to give me the skills or the talents or the gifts that He's given me. And I think the one thing that I've kind of spoken over and over again is, Lord, just I want to stay worthy, of the blessings that You're giving me right now. I feel His presence and I feel His favor so intense in this season of my life, and I just want to be worthy. And so when I hear the things that these people that I absolutely adore speak of me, it's very humbling. And so I'm excited about this show. Again, I want to thank, and I don't try to be tough, but they say I am. It is, because I'm so serious about the work that we do and being really being the character so that people can see themselves in them. When you're not true to them, they can't see themselves. So whether it's a raunchy character or whether it's a wholesome character, it's important for you to play that character right. So I in that, I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors, those that have supported us throughout this process. Now We're Covenant Church, New Creation, Christian Fellowship, I know Resurrection Baptist Church, Sound Design, Love Soul Marketing, B Properties. I know I'm missing someone. Anise Aesthetics. Thank you for supporting what we do, and for us to be able to bring it to San Antonio. Sponsorship means a lot. It allows us to do what we do and to do it well without compromising in the production value. And you're absolutely going to get the production value. I'm so excited about the show this year, and I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Wow. So remember, December 14th, Summit Church, 2 shows, 3 o'clock and 7:30. Get your tickets at www.daniellegulley.com. You've been tuned into TNTV,
All right.
the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach. And you've been hanging out with us on the coffee break. And so thank you, Danielle, for stopping by.
Thank you.
Grace
Thank you so
and
much.
Beyonce, and thank you. We look forward to seeing you on stage. Beyonce, look forward to meeting you in person and seeing you on stage. We're super excited about this production.
Thank you. Yes, get your tickets.
Yes.
Get your ticket.
Saturday, December 14th, The King, live as one of the best holiday performances you will ever see. It's funny, entertaining, inspiring, and an all-around good time for the entire family. Writer, director, producer Danielle Gulley captivates her audience with a phenomenal production, led by an all-star cast. Local favorite and headliner Grace Williamson, fan favorite Deancy Wyatt as Grinch, starring gospel legend Dorinda Clark Cole of the Clark Sisters, Q Parker from the hit R&B group 112 as Scrooge, and guest starring Carl Anthony Payne from The Martin Lawrence Show as Santa Claus. You don't want to miss The King. Saturday, December 14th, 1 day, 2 performances at the Summit Church in San Antonio, Texas. Get your tickets today at daniellegulley.com. Sponsored by B Properties, Now We're Covenant Church, Resurrection Baptist Church, New Creation Christian Fellowship, Sound Design, Love Soul Marketing, Anise Aesthetics, Med Spa. Get your tickets today at daniellegulley.com.
Transition.
Oh, okay.
sandwich is really $5. Can I get them for $4? I'm gonna see. Yo, what's up? This bruh man from the 5th floor. And look at here. I'm searching for the perfect sandwich. So I want y'all to register at www.theafricanamericannetwork.com to join my sandwich community. It's gonna be all that. And look at here. Want y'all invite me to your city if you think you got the perfect sandwich. And I ain't talking about no served sandwiches either.